Ozzy. 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 Angry Ozzy. Angry. Dancing along to the theme tune on Friday night. Because, it's a good theme tune. Dates back to my first year on YouTube. NSG Music did that for me. Very good music producer who is still producing music in Malaysia, I believe. So, go NSG, I guess. Well, okay, Friday night. Been a very quiet week. I don't know if tonight's going to be as quiet or what. But for anyone watching this back later, I am kicking off making a short cocktail video for which I need to torch my eyes. Hello, Madam Butterfly. How are you today? Where is... just going to sit down and do this. Got my blue torch. Ice has frost on it. Best way to get it off, it won't make the ice crack, is a blowtorch. Never would have believed this. Someone did it online and I was like, that's like magic. Because there's like a temptation to use water, but water will or can make it crack. God, that one's so fucking dodgy. Or am I dodgy? Do I just not know how to use it? Anyway, that's made the ice clear. I am a pyromaniac. The flames. So many flames. Actually did have a real fascination with fire as a kid, to be honest. Started fires, got a scar on my thumb from burning plastic. All right. I am going to make a brandy. Sherry, old-fashioned. Okie dokie. Let's get it on. Trello. Sherry, brandy, old-fashioned. Okie dokie. I think I'm going to have a go at doing this orange garnish. This freaking orange was fucking me up last night. See what I can do tonight. That seems pretty good. Man, seems like a lot of pith. Okay. Let's trim some of that pith. Wow, this orange is giving me problems. You used to set your brother's toy cars on fire when you were young. That's just like playing action movies, setting toy cars on fire. Right, well, this shite is not doing what I want. trimming. Can I get some? Swear to God, some of these oranges have just got it in for me. Just make my life more difficult than it needs to be. Dang oranges. What are we doing here? Oh, that's really annoying. Actually, I'm just going to quickly look at a couple of things before I get started. With my Discord, get that happening. Okay. And also wanted to look at defaults. What's the cocktail of the day? Oh, fucking hell, man. Someone's changed the code in this website and it's got super fucking aggressive with ads. The day facial hair was taxed. Tsar Peter the Great introduced a beard tax. Oh dear. There's a cocktail called an Uncut Gem. New Make Spirit. Jesus. That's going to be a feisty drink with New Make Spirit in it. Okay, let us continue. Where's my phone? Because I'll look up exactly what this is called. Sherry brandy, old fashioned. Just want to have a look at this. Sherry brandy. Okay. All right. That was a little bit of information I wanted about who to present this. Okay, so 2 different sherries. I'm going to use my strong brandy. My cask strength brandy. Is that really got some residue down there? Okay. Whatever. Let's do this. That one. And this one. Okay, what are the measurements? All right, we just want this one. Okie doke. Sherry baby. Hokey doke. Getting the little GoPro ready. And we'll see how it goes. Does it go pro? Okie dokie. That's ready. Let's get this ready. Get ready, because here I come now. Okie doke, and the light, as in let there be, and there was, and he saw that it was good. Okay, we're going to make this cocktail. Okay. Well, let's just go. And 30 minutes out to try, Sherry. And 2 dashes of orange bitters. Wo ist meine Orange Bitters? Okay. That's that. Alright. Let us put a bunch of ice in there. There we go. Ooh. Wait a sec, what am I? I'm forgetting to skewer a cherry. Let's get that happening. Should I do 2 because it's Friday night? Oh yeah, that first one was only small. As the actress said to the bishop. Okay. There's the tool. You gotta stir that cocktail. Give it a good old stir. What's up, Gary Regan's finger? Is that glass there? Und into the glass we do strain. And we do twist of orange peel. That will do. The drink is made. Okay, now to do the quick talky bit because it's a short video. Okay. Get this happening. Get this happening. How's this for framing? Let's do it right. bit right. Right. Let's fucking go. G'day, cocktail lovers. This is called a brandy sherry old fashioned. Although technically, if you want to get fussy, you could say this is more of a Manhattan variation than an old fashioned variation because it has a spirit and an aromatized or fortified wine. But you know what? It was presented like an old fashioned when I found it, and they called it that. So I'm calling it that. What's most important to me is not whether it's an old fashioned or a Manhattan, it's whether it tastes good. So let's see. That is pretty good. A lot's going to depend on the sherries because there's two sherries that you put in this, a dry and a sweet, but I'll show you how to make it. In a mixing glass, we put 30 mils or 1 ounce of the brandy of your choice, then 30 mils or 1 ounce of a dry sherry, then half an ounce or 15 mils of a sweet sherry like Pedro Jimenez, rounding things out with 2 dashes of orange bitters. Add ice to the glass, stir that for about 15 to 20 seconds to chill and dilute the drink. Then I'm straining that into a rocks glass over a big chunk of sexy clear ice. And as it's an old-fashioned, I'm using my favorite old-fashioned garnishes, a twist of orange peel and some maraschino cherries on a skewer. I highlighted the importance of the sherries over the brandy in this. I highlighted the importance of the sherries over the brandy in this, mainly because of the Pedro Jimenez. If you don't choose that as your sweet sherry, it's going to be very different. Pedro Jimenez has a very distinct taste, but there's nothing wrong with trying different sherries and trying something you like, because that's always what I say. The recipe is a guideline, improvise to your heart's content. This is an improvisation all round, really. It's a brandy old-fashioned, and it's worth a go. Cheers. Oh, dearie dearie do. Got to sit down now and turn a few things off. Turn the camera off. Turn the audio off. Put some lids on things so I don't spill anything. Because I'm pretty goddamn clumsy. A little bit more drink in there. There we go. Okay. And also turn off this far too bright light. Mark Wood light. Bit more mood lighting now. Oops, I didn't actually close that up. There we go. Put that there. Now I can sit down, see what's happening, if anything. Otherwise, I'm just going to sit here and sip my drink. Online shopping. I had to get a new charge cable for my phone today, actually. Just drop that in there. Drop it like it's hot, as they say in the classics. All right, another quiet start to the evening. I don't mind. I'm going to put a bit more butane in this. They did give me instructions, which I didn't read because I refused to. I was like, how hard can it be? It's a lighter. You put some butane in it and it makes fire. And I stick by that. This is making a little noise. Does that mean it's full? Stop making the noise. Does that mean it's full? Oh, it made the noise again. Anyway, I might start some fire with that later. We're going to do a whole video, like masterclass on smoking videos, smoking cocktails, I should say. Yes, I'm wondering because there was a lid on that. It's here? It's black, and it was sitting on my black mouse mat, and I couldn't see it because I'm old and my eyes don't work. Oh wait, that's not very good, actually. Not a fan. Ugh. Sherry brandy old fashioned. What site was this? The next one I'm going to make is called Mac Pineapple. And an auto strapping machine. The mind fucking boggles. What is an auto strapping machine? Macunima, Macintosh, Tom Macy. Lots of Tom Macy cocktails. Pine. Now, I would not have simply made this cocktail up. I just don't know where I got it. Pineapple martini, good lord. Okay, not from that site anyway. What comes up on here if I do Mac? Got to look at the search results. Art of Italicus. I don't want that. Cocktails and mixed drinks. Or is this one I made up based on something I saw? Whiskey Mac. I don't know. Big Mac. What are these? Whiskey Mac. Whiskey and ginger wine. Huh. Big Mac. Whiskey, ginger wine, and ginger ale. Okay. Apple Mac. No, it's not on here either. Apple Mac. Ginger wine. There you go. There did the ginger wine. Okay, so it's not on here. Mac pineapple cocktail. Oh God. Did I make this up? Wait, have I already made this? What the fuck? This is me. Huh. Watching one of my own shorts. And, hello, Charlie. What are we doing here? Hello. Late finishing off naked. Oh, right, Naked Gun. I thought it was a sex thing. Yeah, I saw that you had that. I'll probably watch it this weekend. What I really want to watch, I saw you added. was Nobody 2. Okay, I am extremely confused as to where I got this recipe. I didn't make a note. You know, maybe it's mine. Oh yeah, no, sorry. I was watching episode 2 of Peacemaker on my lunch break today, and I saw you'd added some new movies, and I was like, hell yeah. Okay, so thank you, Mr. Charlie. I made a short video of a brandy sherry old fashioned. Not a fan, actually. I will force myself to drink it because I don't want to waste booze. But the next one's interesting. Whiskey, pineapple liqueur, peated whiskey, ginger liqueur, lemon juice, bitters. I have high hopes for this one. I think I should put some foam in it. Yeah, I'm going to put some foam in it. Hey, Laura, how are you? 11:27 a.m. for you, 8:27 p.m. for me. Wearing another one of my new shirts, just waiting for Celtic King to arrive and make a shirt comment. Okay, yes, new shirt you've never seen. Black cats on cocktails. Quite a nice shirt. Although we were saying he was on a 4 a.m. shift this morning, he might still be in bed. That's right. It's a radically different time zone for you too, Charlie. Although, if I remember right, you don't do daylight saving, so when we do, we end up with a 3-hour time difference. Oh, you are going to work, Madam Butterfly. From what you were saying earlier, it kind of sounded to me like you weren't going to work today. But you are a little bit later. Okay. All right. Sorry, I just got an itch on the back of my leg, which I should stop scratching because I'll probably break the skin. Yes, time to lay. I think that's like what, another month for daylight saving. Hey, Pat and Noog, look, everyone's rolling in now. You've opened the floodgates, Charlie. You arrived. It was like just me and Madam Butterfly chatting. And you arrived, and everyone's coming in now. Okay. All right. Down to that. Not really a fan of it. But you know what? We all struggle with burdens. The white man's burden of making a cocktail and have it be less than perfect. So that's just the way it is. Oh no, sorry. It's just I missed that comment, Laura. You're good recovering from an accident. I suddenly saw a Home for the Elderly saying, "Oh my God, what happened?" I thought, wait, what did I miss? I missed you saying you had an accident. I just confused myself then. Trying to make YouTube to live chat rather than top chat. I don't know if it makes a difference if I do that, if everyone has to do it themselves. Anyway, I'm going to prepare to make a mac pineapple. All right. Got to get all this stuff out of the way. Sherry bottles can just go over here. Brandy can just go up here. This is one of those times when I'm going to lie and say I'm putting blended scotch in. I don't actually have any blended scotch. Just have some simple. In fact, and I think I don't have any unpeated scotch. I'm just going to use an Archie Rose bottle that I'm trying to use up. Talisker. I'll use the Talisker because I should try and finish this bottle off too. Okay. Talisker. Now, where did I close that? I need my pineapple liqueurs in here. Into the forbidden cupboard of mystery. Pineapple liqueur and ginger liqueur. I think that's everything. Okie doke. Pat's good. Glad you're good, Pat. Have you been to the movies? So, whiskey, pineapple, peated whiskey, ginger liqueur, lemon juice, bitters, and sea lime. Let's go aromatic bitters. Bitters. Where's my sea lime? Where's my wonderful? That's not wonderful. This is wonderful. Fucking hell, this always gets stuck. I thought I turned this off. I'm gonna run out of battery, so I am. Wait, why the fuck is this not switching on? Alright, I've got a mystery here. What's this saying? That's so fucking weird. My recorder's acting weird. Okay, let's get everything ready. Whiskey. Peated whiskey. Okay. 30 mils of blended whiskey, and it isn't even. 30 mils of pineapple liqueur. That's a lot of pineapple liqueur. Anyway, let's do this. Right. Chill the glass. Like a goddamn professional. Chill that glass. Okay. That there. That there, maybe. Okie dokie, I'm kind of sort of getting my shit together. Only kind of sort of. I don't like to. Oh, I should have used the Blenheim. The sample you sent me, Charlie. The blended scotch. Anyway, too late now. I've already poured the other whiskey. Okay, let's get this happening. That looks a bit right. Well, let's go. Okay. Pineapple liqueur. Ginger liqueur. Oops. Would be much of that. Lemon juice. One dash of bitters. Three drops of saline. And a couple of drops of Wonderfoam. Okay. That's that. Just dump that ice in there. I even did the professional thing. And chill my glass. Because I'm a goddamn professional. To hell with all those troublemakers about town who tell people I'm not a professional. It's maybe me as well, saying I'm not a professional, but anyway, I'm not to be trusted. That's ready. So let's shake our little booties right down to the ground. And let's strain that into the glass. I was right to use the coupe. Well, it sounded like a lot of volume. This fucking ice makes noise while I'm talking. Some bitters on the foam. Fucked it up, really. But no one's gonna know. Okay. Put these over here. Bring this camera over here. This one. How's that all framed up? And then framed up. Yep, that's all good. So let's go. G'day, cocktail lovers. You know, I spend a lot of time looking for cocktails to make on the channel, and I keep notes on the things I want to make. I tend to have dozens of them on a backlist, essentially, for me to go through and go, oh, I feel like making that today. This is one I felt like making today. It's called a Mac Pineapple, and I can't remember where I got it. I was searching the internet and it wasn't showing up. For all I know, I made it up. Maybe it came to me in a dream. It is a somewhat unusual mix, and the name Mac Pineapple, I assume, is coming from the fact there's some Scotch whiskies and a pineapple liqueur. So Mac Pineapple makes as much sense as anything, quite honestly. So it's going to come down to, does this actually taste good? Well, let us see. That tastes pretty good. It's got peated whiskey as well. The smoke with the citrus flavors is really interesting. I'll show you how to make it. In a shaker, put 1 ounce or 30 mils of blended Scotch whiskey, then 1 ounce or 30 mils of pineapple liqueur, and 1 ounce, then a third of an ounce, around 10 mils of a peated Scotch, then a third of an ounce or 10 mils of a ginger liqueur, then 3/4 of an ounce, 22.5 mils of lemon juice, then just 1 dash of aromatic bitters and 3 drops of saline, optionally some foam. I'm putting a few drops of, optionally something to make it foamy. I'm doing a few drops of Wonder Foam. Add ice to the shaker. I'm shaking that really hard for 15 seconds to make sure I get a good head of foam. I'm straining that into a chilled coupe. You can garnish that a little. You can garnish that a little with some. You can garnish that a little with some bitters across the foam. The foam was a last-minute decision on my part, as was the bitters. It's in a creative mood, and it's come together fairly well. It's definitely interesting. Not necessarily fantastic, but I do like to change things up. This is quite different to a lot of drinks I make, so it's worth it on that front. A Mac pineapple, possibly something I invented in a dream. I think you should try it too. Cheers. It is super weird. I can't work out where I got this from. I should keep better notes. I am somewhat of an idiot like that. Don't take notes and then I get confused. Anyway, I'm not going to make any more videos tonight, just those 2 short ones. All right. So what have you fine and funky folk been up to while I was doing that? Was I doing a German drunk accent? I mean, I'll take your word for it. Well, you've all been amusing yourself. Hello, Hannah. How are you? Wrestling Days, you saw Primitive War, 10 out of 10. I think I've heard of that. Is that like some soldiers fighting dinosaurs? I thought he had a fun trip. First time for Soph. Oh, that's right. Went on a sex romp to the romp with Japanese. I love that. And I got home from dinner with the fam. Got all the smiles from Super Baby. We love Super Baby is smiling. Also, was it your dad cooking? It always sounds so good when your dad cooks. Was it Laura went down with a kung fu battle? Is that what the accident was? I do a German drunk accent. I mean, fair enough. I'm scrolling back for the kung fu fight. Okay. All right. Okay. Kung fu fight story. Laura. Doing self-defense work at karate class, do it on a badminton court, hard floor, working with a partner, and he did a bad job. Normally you hold your victim arms, and when you take them down, you slowly guide them down, rather than real life where you'd slam them down. What's this thing doing to me? So you're improvising, your partner did a bad job, spun around, failed to keep his grip on your arm. You slammed your floor on the backside, fell back and smacked your head on the floor. God damn. You were stunned for a few moments, but your head was fine. Fell on your bum, you damage your coccyx, aka tailbone. That was 4 weeks ago. Had to take 3 weeks to recover. Went Tuesday, Thursday, still tender, but good enough to work out. Damn, that was a freaking adventure for sure. All right, I'm back. And hello, Dr. Abigail. They don't let you donate blood. Your needle phobia kicks in. Yeah, they don't like that if you convulse and pass out. Well, I don't know. This is my first time doing it, so I don't know what's going to happen. You didn't know it didn't get... No, it does not. And the thing is, when it does get that hot, none of the buildings are structured to handle the heat. They don't have... Like, most homes don't have air conditioning because it's not necessary. So Super Baby's been trying rice pudding. 10 out of 10 for the pudding. Rice is basically pudding delivery device. Shoves a full fist of rice pudding in his mouth, sucks the pudding off the rice and spits out the rice. Classic. I love that. That's classic baby work. Pretending to eat stuff but spitting out the stuff you don't like. This is not bad for a change. This is not... I'm probably never making this again. But I like changing it up with drinks. Is today the day of charity, Safa? Well, I'm just doing the blood donation because Mrs. Angry started doing it, so I thought I would too. So I'm going there tomorrow at the same time, and we'll see what happens. This is why I'm, as the title of the stream says, this will be a shorter stream tonight, not a usual party night, because I don't want to be tired or hungover or still have alcohol in my system when I go in. No, you're saying it started to cool in the UK. Sucks when these get... Yeah, above 25. The environment's just not built to be over 25. Laura, you were in pain for 3 weeks, sitting down hurt, had to sit with cushions under your thighs to keep your bum dangling off the seat. My God. Safa, no, I grew up with no air conditioning and it would get hot as fuck in Dubbo. We had what people call a swamp coolers. It was like a, standalone Bonaire thing, and you pour water into it. Like, it's blowing air and you pour water in it, so it's meant to evaporate and blow cool air, and it just raises the humidity to fuck. I've only one room in all of Dubbo that had aircon. I don't know, maybe some rich fuckers had aircon, but air conditioning generally wasn't common. I'm old enough that air conditioning wasn't common when I was young. Air conditioning really only became common in like the 90s. Rich people had it in the 80s, and it became common in the 90s. Dontron, hello, it has been a while. Great to see you, though. No, did not have ceiling fans, spelled Ceiling, by the way. Oh, that's right, Hannah. You've talked about your back dock has no airflow. Sounds like a nightmare in summer. Fucking lifting stuff and moving around. You had aircon last year, but the manager promised to buy us one this year, left, so you're not getting one this year. Damn. Yeah, I knew you meant Dubbo, Safa. Didn't have ceiling fans. I think we had portable fans. I'm trying to stretch back. Like, oh my God, I was watching this thing like on Alien Earth, the series that's on Disney. No spoilers, but there's just this one bit where someone's trying to work out if a character really is his sister. And so he's asking her things that happened when she was little and what she said. And I was watching that going, what the fuck? If someone in my family said that to me, or what happened with Christmas when you were 5 years old? I go, I don't fucking know. What the hell? Oh, you're not my sibling. I don't fucking remember what happened when I was 5. What the fuck is wrong with you? And you get a fan. Oh, one of those big industrial fans. Sucks the heat from the ceiling, blows it down onto where you work. You spend 4.5 hours standing in front of it dying. God damn. Oh, Dontron, you're watching Alien Earth. I like that it's gone back to the horror roots. And I think I've mentioned before on the stream, I love their representation of a tech bro. It's extremely accurate. Oh, Home for the Elderly, you've watched all of season 1 of Twisted Metal. It is a fun show. I think I'm only like 5 episodes in. No, has anyone series tried to do the deed with the alien yet? Be honest, someone's going to try. I think the tech bro will fucking try. But yeah, what's fun is they've got a whole bunch of alien species that are dangerous in their own way, but the xenomorphs there, and it's all going to go to shit. Dontron, you like Twisted Metal too? I like Twisted Metal. It's a fun, light show. Incredibly good adaptation of a video game. There are very few good adaptations of video games. It is fun. No, I haven't got to Sweet Tooth's backstory yet. The homicidal clown who just wants an audience. I should use up some of these samples you sent me. Maybe make an old-fashioned. Tiger Snake. Which one's got the most in it? These two will be the ones I do. Yeah, I bet also things that I've been watching on your Plex. Chief of War, I've only watched the first episode of, but I'm kind of into that too. Laura, your continual memory since you were 6 because you're autistic. See, yeah, that makes sense. Don't have a connected emotional context. More of a I lived here, then moved there, like a history book. I get you. All right, I'm going to make myself an old fashioned, and then I'm probably going to have a non-alcoholic drink. Or a couple of. Why did I bring 2? Because a force of habit for a long Friday night, which I really can't do tonight. Oh Jesus, I didn't put lids on any of this shit. Oh, I'm living dangerously. I'm such a clumsy fucker. It's like, okay, pineapple liqueur, ginger liqueur, peated whiskey, Clutchy Rose, definitely not Scotch, but I lied for a video. All right, sugar syrup. Just made a fresh batch of the sugar syrup, and then I made a fresh batch of my liqueur, blended spirits liqueur. Now, Christ, okay. Didn't put the lid on the bitters and then just rub my arm on it, so now I've got. Oh, it's like a very masculine perfume, actually. Maybe I should start doing that, because I don't wear cologne. The idea of a very manly cologne body scent. Do cocktail bitters. Okay, well, that's those 2 done. I think I'll top it up with this Archie Rose I'm trying to finish. Because I feel like I've had this. I bought this bottle like 2 years ago. I haven't bought Archie Rose in forever. But having found out that a friend is running the Archie Rose pop-up in the Melbourne CBD, and I can go and get tasting samples and a discount if I buy something. I might. I should not. I should fucking stop spending money and buying alcohol. But it's a compulsion. You added 3 episodes of Chief of War. Nice. Things really. I really think I should do the cocktail bitters as a It's very musky. I quite like it. Honestly, that's what I was worried about, Laura, which is why I'm not doing a long night tonight. Safi, your mum got a new car. Good for you, mum. M30, you have an is that in reference to the Archie Rose thing? Because it was a great surprise when I was working in the city last week. I had to do two things. I've got Mrs. Angry's Christmas present early while I was thinking of it. And I thought, I read about this Archie Rose pop-up. And I thought, I got to find it. And I found it. It was actually, once I remembered it was in Emporio and not in Melbourne Central, it was right at the entrance to Emporio. And I went, oh, there. And it was one of my old YouTube friends, Glitter. She's worked bars before, I know, but now she's running this promotional thing for Archie Rose. And I was like, hell yeah. But it was like 10 o'clock in the morning when I found it. And she goes, oh, it might be a bit early to do this. Yeah, also I'm about to go into a meeting at work. So I don't want to smell like whiskey. So yeah, I demurred, but I might go next week. I might go after work. Who knows? A very small world. And yes, I did have the same dinner, Safa, because I made a lot of it. Laura, 1st of September, 1 year anniversary of your mum's death. Weird vibes. You're saying she disowned you of being trans? Yeah. Yeah, parents are weird, honestly. Oh no, Hannah may or may not have done an insane thing. Bought Christmas wrapping paper. Well, like I said, I bought a Christmas present. No. I was in the office on Monday and Tuesday. Yeah, I wouldn't have been drunk, Safa, but there would be the risk I would smell like whiskey. I mean, they have gins there too, but I'm pretty sure I've tried all the Archie Rose gins. I just want to look at, when I go back there, I want to look at what whiskies they have and go, okay, which of these whiskies have I not tried? Oh, fuck yeah. Have the early, that old fashioned, it's a blend of a couple of the whiskies you shared with me. It was the Bunnahabhain and whiskey gone awry, and then I topped it up with some more. I think it was it the rye malt? Heritage rye malt. Smoked. Oh yeah, no, I can taste some smokiness. Smoked heritage rye malt. A little bit in there. Could maybe put that in my whiskey infinity bottle. Wait, look at the labels on these, just to remind myself of when I put them in. All right, August 31st. So that was last week. Kind of want to leave that for another week. And we're going to try the whiskey next week. And if it still looks weird, because the last two times I've tasted it, it looked weird. It tasted nice, but looked weird. I think I'm going to put it in the barrel that's been aging with sherry. Oh, neat. Your package. Well, yours. I said your package should arrive next week. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? Hannah, you work in retail. If it's November and you're not finished your Christmas shopping, it's not getting done. Oh my God. Is that real, Safra? 100 days till Christmas. Oh God, yes, Hannah. I guess you must be just about to put out a whole bunch of Christmas stock. What is it? Pat, maybe I will do the YouTube high because I'm not streaming for that long tonight. Oh, I'd wait longer. Laura, you had a dream about AIDSy. An Aussie guy who said he had some First Nation blood. Said I had a mate like that. And said AIDSy said, oh, I know. Yes, everyone knows him. Anyway, okay, so anyone wants to join? Oh, wait, that didn't fucking work. What the fuck was that? There's the link, because it's not going to be a long stream tonight. So anyone wants to join in and chat and have a bit of fun, that's the link to do it at. Oh, Charlie, you might be interested to know I made some more gin lemon liqueur today, limoncello. Just got some really nice big lemons with really nice yellow skin. And so I peeled them, covered them in sugar, made what we call an oleosaccharum. Cover them in sugar, and the sugar draws the oils out of the peel. So it actually ends up having a pretty intense lemon flavor from the oils in the peel. And I went like, oh, what? No, see, I still had some of the first. See, I don't want to. No spoilers, Charlie, but I don't know. I think you're going to like what's in it. No, you said you specifically wanted the. Why do you think I had to make another batch? And Safra, I'm still using the old laptop. I don't know if Dr. Abigail's still there. I have not asked for a while if there's been any progress with the gaming laptop. So yeah, for me it was kind of funny. Like I made this syrup, oleosaccharum, which was very lemony, like even a little bit bitter, but it was very lemony sugar syrup, which is ridiculous how lemony it was because it was so much sugar. And I thought, okay, I'm going to make some more of that limoncello. What gin will I use? And there was a gin bottle that was like 3/4 full. And I thought, oh, that's about the right amount. I'll just pour, I was just eyeballing it. I'm just going to pour some of this syrup in here, shake it up, let it sit for a while, shake it, let it sit, shake it, pour it out. Fucking perfect. In fact, I'll probably pour myself a shot of it a bit later. Fucking yum. I have so much homemade shit at the moment. It's pretty friggin' wild, quite honestly. So, Pat, it says you're trying to join, but it's the whole thing where no Pat.
Yeah.
I can hear your voice. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
What was that about? It was just like all black for a minute, but now you're there.
Yeah.
And Laura. So we'll switch to this. Hey, Laura. Okay, are you just being quiet or is your microphone not working?
No, it's fine.
Hey.
Oh, you're good. Okay, good.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't start talking incessantly straight away. It confused you.
No, that's all good. Yeah, what's the sign behind you, Pat?
Oh, that's let's see.
It's a lamp.
It's too bright.
Oh, it's a wrestling.
Oh, it's a wrestling light.
Oh, it's a belt.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's a belt sign. At first, my first instinct was that it looked like something that the dentist used to shine in your face.
Yeah, no, Greg picked it. It's a neon wrestling belt.
Yeah, my sister, but that's my birthday.
That's a pretty good birthday present. Your sister's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just love Home for the Elderly saying like, I'm not drinking tonight because I had a tooth removed and I'm high on Panadeine Fort. No drinking on the serious painkillers.
Yeah.
Do you want to go on a bit more detail about how I injured myself? Because trying to text it.
I do. Just 1 second.
Yep.
Dr. Abigail, you have returned. Just generally, is there any progress with the laptop that you were seeing if you could resurrect, by the way? But now I do actually want to hear graphic detail of
Yeah, me too.
How I got injured. Okay, so
Yeah,
short
you're
version.
right.
Sorry.
You're right. You know, so
Yeah, I think
yeah.
Laura's all right now, but she's going to tell us
Ah.
the story.
Yeah, it's basically a month
Well,
ago
okay.
now. Okay, so I do karate, and we were doing some self-defense work. So what happens if someone grabs you, kind of thing, you know? So you like stick your thumb on the top of their hand, go like that, and you bend them over, and now they're like folded over with their arm twisted, and that's when you can like kick them in the stomach, and then when instead of bringing your foot back, you put it behind their leg, and then all you have to do is just swap over arms and just knock them over your leg. You know, so they go backwards. Well, when you do this, you grab hold of your friend's arm, because we're working on a badminton court, so it's like a wooden hard floor. So you don't want to slam someone down.
No.
And so you grab their arm and you basically, it's almost like slow motion. Think like the Matrix, you know, you're slowly guiding them down, and then you can like do a finish or something, you know.
Yeah.
So you don't injure them, you know, because ultimately it's you know, compliance stuff. You know, they are operating in the way that they would if they would take it down, and you take it in turns. Well, what happened was you do a little improvisation. What if you go a different way, and then like, you know, something like that. So you try different things. Well, what happened was he decided that he was going to have me go head first over his leg.
Right.
Instead of backwards, which is a bit more control. So you know, I was saying earlier, I've got like continual memories from when I was sick.
Yes.
But I've got a few blank spots. I've fainted a couple of times, but I had a blank spot in this because all I remember is like going forwards over his leg and thinking this doesn't feel right, and then bang, bang.
Oof.
Everybody heard the thwack and turned.
Of you hitting the ground.
So what happened was I rotated, and he didn't have the grip on my hand, and so I just went bang on the floor, landed on my backside, and I damaged my coccyx, which is your tailbone.
Yeah.
So it's at the base of your spine, basically.
Yeah.
And then I went back and smacked my head on the floor as well. Not only that, my hair is in a high ponytail, so the knot was right in the middle as well, so it like pushes it in a bit. I don't know, maybe it was spongy and helped decrease the damage. I don't know, but
Maybe
either
it was
way,
pushing. Yeah.
it hurt, and I was a little bit stunned. I had to like sit on the floor for a couple of minutes, feeling a little bit, oof. You know, how long was I out? No time at all. You know, so I just have this like 2 seconds blank bit of my memory. So but basically it damaged my tailbone, and so I couldn't sit for 3 weeks properly, and even now I can't sit properly. I mean, I went and bought myself a special cushion with a gap in the back,
You can sit. Yeah.
so my tailbone can sit in that gap. You know, I even have a psychosomatic response now, because every time I go to sit down, I go, ow.
Ah, yeah.
Because I'm so used to sitting down, and like, ow, kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and then the worst part is I was sleeping like a cat, because I'd go to bed and I would sleep on my side, which was fine because no weight on the tailbone.
Yeah.
But then I'd roll over in the night and wake myself up, and then the throbbing keeps you awake. It's a lot like, you know, have you ever broken a wrist or something, you had it in a cast or something, and you just got this throbbing pain that just doesn't want to go away. So I get like 2 hours sleep, roll over, couldn't sleep, get up, go on the internet, do some stuff, whatever, and then have to go back to bed again because I'm exhausted. Excuse me, that's my door.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Dr. Abigail has a donut pillow from surgery. I'm guessing got surgery. Talking about throbbing, Pat. Everyone says you should put your wrestling light back on.
Well, now.
Now, yeah, there you
This.
go. It's a nice yellow light. Can't really see the difference. Talking about throbbing pain. Well, I've told this story many times. My middle finger got broken. I'll do it right up there. Don't know if you can see. It's a little bit crooked. Got smashed by a cricket ball at school, and it wasn't set properly, so it's crooked now. But the throbbing pain, like it was all bandaged up, and I couldn't have my hand down by my side because it'd start to throb. So I was walking around with it like that, but it was all bandaged up, so it was sticking out like that. And so for a couple of weeks, I was just walking around like this. I was like year 9 or 10 at school, and my mates would just go, they thought it was hilarious I was walking around like this, and they would just go, look, there's a teacher, let's go up and talk to them. And say, oh sir, how are you? And I'm just sitting there talking to a teacher. Look, the principal's over there, let's go talk to the principal. They just thought it was hilarious that I was talking to people, teachers, and doing this.
Yeah, my worker's old friend died yesterday.
Your worker's friend died.
Yep. Yeah, old friends.
Did they cross you, Pat? Is that what happened?
No. No, the bike. Bike ride.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Definitely. For anyone in law enforcement who's listening, this death Pat's talking about was an accident. Pat definitely had nothing to do with it. So it's just a coincidence that I heard that last week this person trod on Pat's foot and didn't apologize. So I think
no, it's the bike.
Yeah, no, it was the bike. It was an It was an accident.
Yeah.
That was
Australian man.
Yeah, I know. I know. Down. The I don't know. I go. Yesterday I go mall. And my friend says, "Oh, the boy died over that." I didn't have it. I don't have it.
Oh god, that friggin'
that one.
fucking Sov Sit who killed the cop. I mean, I swear to God, I think possibly, maybe the cops are starting to wake up. They've always enjoyed kicking the heads in of left-wing protesters who never did anything to hurt them, and it's like their mates who were the friggin' Nazis. And then it's like the pennies finally dropping with cops. The extreme right are actually dangerous and actually want to kill them and have been killing them. And it's like, wow, maybe they will do something about them from now on. And it's kind of like one of Australia's most famous Nazis, Thomas Sewell's been arrested and hopefully won't see the light of exactly, so for no bail for that fucking prick, because he's violent and dangerous, and he needs to get put away for a long time. Over there, how the extreme right not telling you anything about Disney. Well, it's like I said, it's because there was the incident, I think, last year in Queensland where some soft sits shot 3 cops. And it's like, Safra, I think he's a New Zealander. He's not Australian. Which, again, is funny. You know, immigrants out. Yeah. Starting with you, Sewell, you piece of shit. I mean, it is setting up to be interesting whether they incarcerate him in Australia for his many crimes, or they deport him and ban him from ever re-entering Australia. That'd be good.
I remember someone joking about, sort of went to Australia and they were asked, have you got a criminal record? He said, I didn't think it was still necessary.
God, I think that dates back to Monty Python. That
Probably.
show, like the 70s.
Probably.
Which again, I like it. I like it as a joke, definitely, because it's the whole thing of being quizzed at a border patrol if you're a suitable person to enter the country, and whereas the modern Australia being formed by criminals.
I got a parcel. I got a new bike light.
What's that light for?
Oh, that's
For
cool.
my bike.
Off your bike, nice.
So instead of having your normal little thing that's there, it's like, a bar. It's all, just charges up. And it just clips on. So it's got these
Okay.
2 clips. So they just
Cool.
clip
Yeah,
on.
That's
home
cool.
field. I kind of agree. It looked a bit like a spirit level.
Yeah. And then it's got rubber things that sort of go around it to hold it in place.
Yeah.
And I thought that one of the problems I've got is finding one that really fits my bike well, because I've got a basket. And
Yeah.
so if you put anything in the basket that's over the rim, it blocks anything on the handlebars. So I thought having this towards the bottom of it, so imagine the
Okay.
basket is up like this,
Yeah. Yeah.
that this will be above the wheel and it'll be
Yeah.
in good view. And
Eliminating
it's got
the road.
it's got slightly tapered angles on it. So like the front, because you can see it's like 3
Yeah.
really bright bulbs, LED cells. So there's one is like that, and the other 2 are slightly offset, so it has a wider
Okay.
beam.
I have to admit, when you said rubber things that hold it in place, I went, oh, just like the GIMP. The GIMP's got rubber things that hold it in place. Nice. I spent too much time with AD. Thoughts like that, yeah, just jump into my head. But I blame the guy who's been dead for a couple of years.
That's
He would laugh.
Sure.
The thing about it
I
is-
do something wrong.
I can imagine if he was here and you said something like, it'd be like, yeah.
Oh no, he would own it. He would 100% own it. And he's going, yeah, that's like you used to do with me in the shed when I was bad, except I didn't do anything, but you said I was bad anyway. And it's Safa, I think it'll be 2 years this Christmas. Again, COVID has utterly destroyed my ability to understand the passage of time. Like, we are now getting up to the stage where I have to realize if I'm thinking about a thing that happened pre-COVID, that was 6 fucking years ago. We are rapidly coming up on the 6-year anniversary. And I also think, like, surely pre-COVID was only 2 years ago. My God.
Hannah, no, my bike is not engine powered. It is a bicycle. It's a very
A
cute-
bicycle.
Yeah.
Hannah had a cyclist in the area that had a bike decked out like a party bus, LEDs all over it, speaker blasting music, wears a high vis. That's what you call a character. That's what you call a character, Hannah. That's a local character.
I went full Jean-Luc Picard on someone once when they pulled out in front of me at night on a roundabout.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they didn't see me, and I shouted, "There are 4 lights!" I had 2 lights on my cycle helmet and 2 on the front as well, and it's
Hey, home for the elderly. It's Charlie and Soph. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi, Patty. Hi, Laura.
Uh,
I'm angry.
hey. Yeah, I agree with Hannah. COVID's like the week between Christmas and New Year's. Time is suspended. And COVID was more than 2 years ago. Don't call me Shirley. Oh, dear.
Oh, that's a classic joke.
Oh, you had an ex who was a triathlete. Damn.
Did you like that? The back from the rock. Am I pointing in the right place?
Yep.
I was doing that line like 20 times when I was at it. Welcome to the rock.
when you're at Uluru,
Yeah.
just do a Sean Connery voice all the time. Welcome to the Rock.
Welcome to the rock.
We kept saying ooh la la. We had a French.
Oh yeah, we had a French
Oh God.
tour guide. Yeah, and I'm like, hey, look at that rock. Ooh la la. He hated me doing that.
So
Also-
the other thing that happened for me is I took part in Manchester Pride again, which was cool.
I love that. There's someone saying they didn't see him, and he's I'm a ranger in bright sunlight. You can't miss me. That just remind me. Speaking of things I'm watching on your Plex, Charlie, I'm working my way through the Venture Brothers, and one of the characters is an albino, and he was
Yeah.
sort of staked to the ground, waiting for the sun to rise when he would burst into flames. And it was-
No, I wouldn't want to climb on the rock now, knowing what I know about,
Yeah.
like the fact that it's a church of the Aboriginal
Yeah.
culture. It's
if-
like
Yep.
I don't think I'd want someone crawling over my laserdisc collection.
Yeah.
So I think
Exactly.
it equally applies.
Yeah. I think people saying, "Oh, I should be allowed to climb on." I should be allowed to climb on St. Paul's Cathedral. That'd be cool, and you'd get a really good view
Yeah.
when you got on top of the cathedral.
And piss on it too, because that's what people were doing. They were pissing all over the.
There's a great fight scene.
Yeah,
The Man from Hong Kong, for which Charlie sent me the DVD, which is an incredibly shitty 70s Australian film.
Yeah.
But very entertaining to watch. George Lazenby made it after he did that one James Bond movie.
Yep, and was washed up, and it's directed by the same guy. We were talking about BMX Bandits earlier on
Yes.
in the chat, and it's made by the same director as well, Brian Trenchard Smith.
Yeah. But it was so funny, like all the
I think
people
they-
you saw, like two guys from Mad Max are in Man from Hong Kong.
Yep.
A name like
And then
Trenchard,
Cock.
a name like Trenchard Smith sounds like an officer in World War II, doesn't it? British officer.
Oh, definitely good call.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But-
Someone was saying, Hannah was saying about sort of bright orange and still hit me. It reminds me of a combination picture that I made for the artist formerly known as Twitter. And so it's like if cyclists wore high vis, they wouldn't get hit. And it's like, I'm sorry, if you can't see an ambulance covered in it, a police car with flashing lights, or a shop with loads of them in the window,
Uh,
there's something wrong with you.
yeah,
that's
Greg,
good.
the bit where the car explodes and the car door just comes flying like just past the camera. I
Yeah.
love that. That movie's great in so many
Also,
ways.
yes, Greg, the opening of The Man from Hong Kong is basically a video clip for the song Sky High by Jigsaw.
Oh right,
Uh,
you're talking about the sky, the wind,
The hang
what's that
glider.
called? Hang gliding bit. You mean? Oh, okay.
The opening
I'm
of it is
talking
basically a
about the
video
air
clip.
drop bit. Yeah.
Yeah. It is a really good opening.
Oh, you mate, yeah, fun movie all the way through. Just so, and like the car chasing scene where these two revved up fucking V8, Holdens are chasing this stupid little van that's like
Yeah.
this half size van.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a great fun movie. Yeah,
A lot of people don't realize that virtually every movie, the audio is re-recorded after the fact. Like the actors go into a recording studio and
Yep.
and I've tried to do that once. It's really fucking difficult to re-record your audio and match it to what's being recorded on film or video. Is actually really difficult. But
especially to match the energy as well. You know,
yes,
you have to be excited, and you have to match
yeah.
that energy that you were saying when you're outside. Yeah,
And it's a real challenge for the sound designer to make it sound like it's in the environment that is. The Man from Hong Kong has the most obvious dubbing
yeah.
ever, and it's not like foreign language. It's like people are outside, but when you record audio in a studio with sound deadeners, it sounds completely different to when
Crisp.
someone talks when they're outside. Um, it's got the most obvious overdubbing ever, which I had a little giggle about when I was watching it as well.
I really love that film. That was the movie that got me right into Ozploitation films.
Oh yeah, and
You know,
George
like,
Lazenby being a bad guy.
and being set on fire.
Yeah,
You know, like what the heck? You know, and you can see he's trapped in his jacket. And he's trying to get it off, and he's doing this.
which is also classic Ozploitation. If a stunt goes wrong and they use it anyway.
Yep, and Grant Page getting the burnt pan hit over his face, and then the next he's got like this red fucking burn on his face.
Yeah. Is one of my favorite ones is in Mad Max 2, one of the bikers.
Oh yeah, Grant Page doing the flip.
And he somersaults through the air, and he hits something as he was going through the air, and he's off in an ambulance afterwards. But they're like, that was really cool. That's going in the movie.
Yeah, use it. Yeah.
Oh god,
that was a really, really fun trip. We had a lot. Sophie was sort of came back to the camera because she knew that I'd bring it up in conversation. And I'm just going to force it in there so she can have a shower without missing out on the conversation. So we went to Gold Coast first, and we did Australia Zoo, which is the Steve Irwin thing, and it was really good, except for the Croc Coliseum, it's called, or the Croc, which was very uneventful. I was very disappointed because you've seen the old videos of Steve Irwin literally diving into the water and swimming across the fucking water with a croc chasing after him. Yeah. And then this one was just a guy with a chicken going around the edges, kind of going, come on, fella. And the croc's just like, I'm bored of this shit. I'm so over this shit.
Yeah, I know this one. I've done it 45 times this month.
Yeah, right? Yeah, this year. Yeah. So that was a bit disappointing, but overall, like the amount of effort that went into all the individual pens to make them feel like a natural habitat, and not feel like they're in a cage. You know what I mean? It just, like I was saying to Sophie when we were there, the place just stunk of money. Like they have so much money invested in that place. So. And all the streets around the place are all named after Steve and the kids. Like there's, Terry Way and Steve Irwin Road and, Bindi Highway, like it's all named after the family, which is really cool.
It's amazing how much Being Dead sells.
Yep, I got a Australia Zoo shot glass.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
My first exposure with crocodiles was in the Northern Territory, like Darwin.
Oh wow!
That was
free.
Well, we were stopping at some of the touristy things, and it was like when I finally saw my first crocodile, I was like, one crocodile, and it's just there, and I'm like, oh, cool, a crocodile. Next thing we went to was a crocodile farm, like they were being farmed for the leather, and there were just swimming pools full of crocodiles, like dozens and dozens of crocodiles. And then we did the river cruise for the jumping crocodiles. I swear, if you ever go to Darwin, do that. It sounds really cheesy, but it's really fucking cool. You get on this thing that's like a 2-story ferry, and they a pole out the side with a bit of meat on it that they dangle above the water, and crocodiles just come and launch themselves out of the
now
water.
you're talking. That's the
Have it?
kind of shit I would love to have seen. Yeah.
Ah, it just really brings home. If you fall into that river, you are so fucking dead.
From Australia Zoo. Oh, okay. I'll hold it up.
What
Okay.
else we got from Australia Zoo?
This is another trinket from Australia Zoo. I just read Dr. Abigail's comment, by the way. She's like, "Oh, shower."
Yeah, she wants to go into. Does anyone need their back scrub, sort of thing?
No, I think yeah. It just wants me to set up a live feed from Sophie's shower. Anyway, yeah. So this is cool because it spins and it always lands.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, just a little.
I like that.
Sophie loves key rings. All these things we're going to be showing you are going to be key rings because
That's cool.
it's her thing. And I got with her mum. I got her commemorative coins.
That one
Here's
was from SeaWorld.
this one's
Oh,
from-
I'm kind of into commemorative coins, honestly. Yeah,
yeah. So there's one from SeaWorld with dolphins on it.
yeah.
You can see the SeaWorld logo on the back. What's this one? Sorry.
Movie World.
Oh, Movie World. Right. Yeah. So here's a
Yeah,
Roadrunner
get it.
one.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I've been to Movie World now 6 times. I love Movie World. It's my favorite theme park. Because we don't have much of a choice, really, honestly. Let's not beat around the bush. There's like 3 theme parks in Australia. But, yeah, Movie World, that would be Sophie's choice.
Oh,
Yeah, I showed that
There
one,
you
yeah. And, yeah, we got these big old coffee mugs, SeaWorld coffee mugs as well.
Key rings from SeaWorld.
Sophie got a key ring from SeaWorld as well.
a dolphin. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, first day Australia Zoo. Second day, we drove down to visit Dad. Had the big argument that I told you about with him. With the
Yes, because he was back in the Nazi rally.
yeah, that was fun. Then we did SeaWorld first. That was really fun. I really got into SeaWorld this time. First time I went to
Okay.
SeaWorld, I was kind of a bit confused where everything was, but the second visit, I'm like, I'm going to go check out the penguins during, while they change the ice and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like watch them clean up the shit, that was really
And I
fun.
giggled because we went to Australia Zoo, and then like a day after, I was feeding stingrays.
Yeah, at the right, I get the joke now. Yeah. Give me a second, then. Yeah. Yeah, no, that was really cool. Movie World, a lot of the rides were broken, but that's just sometimes it happens, but we did do the new Wizard of Oz theme thing.
Okay.
Yes, my dad back that. Oh my god!
Yeah,
Don't,
don't bring it
Doc. I'm not going into that again tonight. Please let me watch the replay of Tuesday night stream.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's fucking what a fuckwit. Anyway,
Oh.
yeah,
Actually,
same
what did you say
with
to me?
Laura's mum. Just some people are closed-minded,
Oh.
and just cannot be talked to or brought around, are locked in their ways, and
Yeah.
Oh gosh, there is
I
a
mean-
funny thing that's going on right now. So
Unfortunately,
there's
talking
this transphobe guy called Graham Lenihan who created Father Ted and the IT Crowd and stuff.
oh
like that.
yeah, I've heard about this. Yeah,
And so basically, he got arrested at the airport because he made transphobic things, and it's like a call to violence, basically. If a trans-identified man, trans woman, because they can't say woman in any way, it's trans-identified man, goes into a woman's bathroom, you should make a noise, make a fuss, and if all that fails, punch him in the bollocks. Punch him in the bollocks.
Whoa!
Yeah. But, nice shirt, by the way.
That one was
Let's
from
see.
Movie World as well.
yeah.
And he
They're
got-
having a Gremlins kind of theme thing this anniversary.
And he got a talking gremlin.
So yeah, I believe some of the stuff from my daughter's house in the village.
That's
I
it.
watched Gremlins at the
A bunch of Laserdisc, so I thought I'll give her some extra shit to post.
Yeah.
And just for the hell of it, I got the boot.
Yeah, that guy who made Father Ted, he's been going downhill.
Oh god, he's a piece of shit. But honestly,
Yeah.
I think the whole thing about arresting him was fucking ridiculous. Like, oh, okay, he's a piece of shit. If we arrest every piece of shit, the prisons are going to be pretty fucking full. It's literally, it's going to work in his favor, which it was absolutely ridiculous. Like, yeah, so he was an asshole on social media. He's an asshole. Shun him.
Oh, he's
but
just given
actually
right
getting the
wingers
cops
so much more
involved
ammunition. Yeah,
is going to work in his favor. It's ridiculous.
exactly. He's going to give those right wingers so much more ammunition to work with now.
Yeah. The thing that's really funny about it, and I say it in a rather cynical sense, but it is actually funny, that his whole anti-trans bullshit started because of 4 words that mildly criticized him. So in the IT crowd, one of the main characters falls in love with a woman, and then it was revealed that she's a trans woman, and they have like some kind of stereotropic, fight, like including her going, "Oh my balls," kind of thing. And someone left a thing, it's like on Twitter, and it was just 4 words, and the 4 words is, "This didn't age well."
Yeah.
And that's all it took. And he lost his family. His wife divorced him. His kids don't want to talk to him. He's basically trying to find any job because no one wants to hire him because most people don't want to
No
fire
one
him.
wants anything to do with him. No.
So yeah,
No,
he,
not
I've watched videos of him begging for J.K. Rowling's attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
There's like a global competition for most divorced man ever, and the finalists are Graham Linham and Elon Musk. They are both sad, tragic figures, most divorced men ever. Like, they fucked up, and now no one wants anything to do with them. I guess at least Elon Musk has toadies because he's so friggin' rich.
Here, Pat.
Yeah, Pat just vanished.
Did
He
you
just
like
got
how
rid-
the wrestling belt looks like a halo above his head
It
now?
does.
Because
I
he's
think
so
he just
sweet
got
and
a-
innocent,
He just got a text that someone else who trod on his toes and didn't apologize was in the area, and they're also going to have an accident.
So there you go.
He literally just tapped out, Sapper.
Well, where are you there?
I Manchester Pride.
Oh, that's a nice photo. I like that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was wearing shelf dress, so it's like where you got like a bus showing.
Yeah.
I've got a bit of one to show now. So, yeah, it was really good.
Oh, cool. What a good time. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I actually met someone at afterwards. I went to the gay village and just trying to weigh my trying to get through a huge crowd. You know, I mean, like Manchester Pride, because we're like the third biggest city. We attract people from all over the north
Yeah.
and the south and Glasgow and stuff as well. So people travel from all over to come to this event. And the Pride March is great. I love doing the Pride March. Because as much as you get Graham Linehan and the media and stuff like that giving shit for trans people all year round, I can go there and have a 7-deep crowd cheering their love and support, and it takes it away. It makes you realise that most people are accepted.
Yeah. The solidarity is great.
Yeah. So, you've probably got about like 3 by 8 blocks of Manchester that is the gay village. There are more gay people per square inch in the world at Manchester Pride, at that weekend. It's crazy. But
Sort of like Sydney.
I'm working my way through the crowd, and I basically have this lady just like, "Oh, hello," kind of thing, and just like almost like grab hold of me and tell me I was beautiful and wonderful and stuff like that, and I look like a cupcake because I did look pretty awesome. And she was just like weirdly all over me.
It's not as big as there's.
I
not
hope you made
such a
some
big-
friends that you can take away from that too, Dale, because I know you can get a bit hard sometimes
No. I
Yeah.
mean, she was lovely. I mean, I hung around her for like a few hours. You know. You know, I think she wanted me to go to her room with her.
Oh my.
However, I said that I'm asexual, so it's not really my band.
It's not your thing.
So she was fine and accepting. She said I was beautiful, wonderful, and stuff like that.
Oh.
I have been to Carlisle, yes.
Yeah.
So there's an
It's-
S instead of a
It's,
Y.
it's not such a big thing with the parade in Melbourne. There's lots of events like was Summer Days and
St Kilda Fest.
Yeah, and like when I was in Sydney, there's the big Pride parade.
Oh, yeah.
and where I marshalled one year, which was fun. But the one I always want to do, which I think is really heartwarming. I've seen it a few things, like a hetero parent like holding up a sign like, you know, if you've been disowned, you know, I'm your mum, I'm your dad now, and you know, I'll give you a
I love
hug and
you.
a message of support
Yeah.
and positivity. I have been tempted to do that because when I've seen videos of that, it's like really, really touching, and it does seem to mean a lot to a lot of people that they can just go like, there's a figure I can project onto, and things don't seem as bad.
Yeah,
So-
I went to Pride March in St Kilda as well, Doc, and only because I wanted to see the band George. Do you remember George? They were pretty big in the early 2000s.
I'll look vaguely. I mean,
They did that song "Breathe In Now."
yeah.
Yeah, really cool band.
Oh, that was the one I was trying to remember, Dr. Abigail. Midsummer.
Carnival.
Midsummer is huge, but it's not so much a parade thing. It's just
No,
a really
it's-
good festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I sort of high five walking down the Pride March, the parade. I think I high five like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I
That's just
liked
a few
about
of the few on one
St Kilda-
side.
What I liked about Pride March in St Kilda was if you're, as long as you know, you don't have to be gay. You just don't have to be a dickhead. You know, if you're not a dickhead, you'll be real well
Be a
welcome.
jerk. Yeah.
It's you know, it's something that I've said on on protests and things like that, because I've given like
Yeah.
speeches. And I've said, look, you know, trans people only make 1% of the population. We need as many allies as we can get, and that's the reason
Right.
why we rely on allies. And you know, a lot of LGBT people are obviously allies. You know, the vast majority.
Yeah.
You know,
I
it's
think there's
funny
a lot
how
of straight people, our allies like Angry and myself. You know, like we don't have any hatred at all towards. I feel like you should be built up and rewarded for the strength you've taken to become who you really wanted to be. You know.
it's one of the reasons. I was saying about it was the 1 year anniversary of my mum's death the other day, and you know, it's really been quite difficult because, you know, like I say, you know, I'm autistic, so I don't really do emotions well. But you know, it's like there's first of all, I've got the element of it's sad. It's sad that she died, you know, and stuff like that. But I didn't have, because I'd have had 6 years separation effectively. I didn't have the emotional need for her. So when she died, it wasn't the emotional cut off
Loss. Yeah.
that many other people would go through. I'd hardened myself against it, if you know what I mean. You know, I mean, like the last time I spoke to her, which was like a few months before she died, I was trying to phone my dad, but you know, she picked up the phone. And I tried sort of to make it up. It's like, you know what, let's try and bury it, but without putting any blame anywhere. And I said, I'm sorry we fought. And she said, it's too late. You left it too late. Like, she was the one to disown me, but I left it too late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
I was the one that needed to apologize because I wasn't. I hadn't.
You came onto the stream that night after that phone call and told us about it. So if you go through Angry's old streams, you'll be able to find when you had that conversation and you see how much that hurt you fresh. Like, I still remember how much that affected you, that phone call, because you really wanted to just put the what is it, bury the hatchet, so to speak, you know, and just move on, even if you're not friends, just to not have that hatred, you know. yeah, so when she passed away, not long afterwards, you were really confused by the sounds of, because as much as you had that disconnect between them, she's still your mum.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
It's the thing I've said before. That she always told me her love for me was unconditional, and yet when I made the decision for my happiness, suddenly there was small print involved in this.
Yeah.
yeah, unconditional with an asterisk. Yeah.
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 You know,
Yeah.
and it just
Look, you've become a strong woman because of it. I feel like as well, though.
yeah,
So I feel like maybe it was meant to be. Maybe you needed that to help you become firmly more concreted on who you are now. And the steps you're going to take forward and stuff like that. And
yeah. I
after
was pretty much like
after you went to see, what's her name, the singer who
Sophie
sings
B.
Jam,
Hawkins.
Sophie B. Hawkins, right? That was another staple in your life. I felt like the connection that you made to that singer and the
Yeah.
acceptance that she gave you.
Well,
In
it,
the
it wasn't just that. One of the songs she did was "I'm Better Off Without You,"
Hmm.
and listening to that song, it became a "fuck off, mum" song to me.
Yep, yeah.
In fact, before she
I
died.
feel like yeah.
So
And,
it's
it's like my dad being such an arsehole. I'm lucky that I've had angry Aussies, screaming at me for the last 20 years about, like these kind of assholes and how just to tell them all to get fucked,
Yeah.
and it's helped me, in my way of resisting that path line of following my own parents, following a lot of my friends went down that road as well. Not just my dad. Like I've known people since I was, 20 years old who have gone down the whole Howard Road or whatever it was, at the time,
Yeah.
Abbott, like, and having Angry there, just tell them all to get fucked, just really helped me a lot to keep my head, like clear and not get caught up in it and stuff like that too. So
Yeah.
it's really good having some people like that to influence you. I think.
yeah.
Yeah.
One of the things that I still got baggage, some unreasonable,
Oh
unexpected.
yeah, we're never going to get rid of baggage.
Yeah.
And that's
So
cool.
like,
They're
I've
the
got
bricks that make up the wall.
there's a chunk of me that's angry at her because
Of course.
I didn't know what trans was until I was 25 because they introduced this thing called Section 28 the year before I would have started sex education classes. So I didn't even know what trans was until I got the internet at home because they
Yeah.
didn't want kids to learn what gay was in case they acquired HIV. Like it was
Yeah.
that kind of
Yeah.
thing. It was a Thatcher thing.
There was a bunch of shit in that.
And so what happened was when I discovered it's like, you know what? Yes, I'm trans, but I can't transition because what will my mum think? What will neighbours and friends and colleagues?
Yeah,
think?
right. And you put off your own choice in life for so long because of fear of judgment.
Yeah, I mean, like just to give an example, let's imagine the time when I announced that I was trans to you people here. It was a
I didn't know
gamble.
you through YouTube for quite a few years before you came out. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's like, how do I tell you that? Because suddenly it's like, oh, fucking hell, trans people. I don't know what the reaction is going to be.
Mm.
I mean, I have good vibes because I
In
know
your
the
head,
story.
the way
So,
you think it will go before you even mention it too, because
Yeah.
you fear of judgment, and
Shit.
yeah, I don't know if it's a relief when you're not treated that way, when you're not treated with negative thing or not. I guess it would be a relief.
well, the thing about it, so when I came out, I experienced 5 reactions. Okay, so the reaction number 1 is people who love me, care for me, no matter how I present myself. It doesn't
Mhm.
matter. I'm trans. Yeah, you're trans. You're tall. There's no real difference between the two. We love you for who you are, kind of thing. Then there were the people that were friends, but they quietly distanced themselves. They're not like, oh fuck up, I hate that kind of shit, and they're out, and it's the scene. No, they just quietly disappeared, and that was disappointing. The people that I cared about, and like you just don't hear from them anymore, and it's like, oh, that's a pity. Then there was the awkward questions people. They want to know about your genitals and stuff like that.
as much as they suck, I think it's important to give them the chance to let them have those questions, because a lot of people have no. I'm one of the people who did the awkward questions. I'm sorry, and it helped me understand it so much better from looking from your perspective instead of just looking at it from my perspective.
Mhm.
You know,
It's actually more about
sorry,
people blurt out things in really insensitive ways, as opposed to someone, okay, can you answer a question? If you don't want to answer, that's fine, because usually there's a prelude to asking these kind of questions from polite, nice people like yourself. Whereas, have you ever had a men's cock up your backside before?
Okay, I haven't asked that
Have
kind
you
of
ever
question.
sucked a man's cock before? It's like,
No, you don't have
why
to
would you
answer.
even ask me that question?
You don't
You
have
know,
to. Yeah,
Would
Dr.
you
Abigail, like, I'm not here to answer your questions if you got questions for me. But at the same time, I feel like there's asking the internet and then asking for an emotional human response when it comes to understanding something. And I feel like
Yeah.
I only got that because I've had friends who have been trans and who are trans, sorry. And, it's taught me the not empathy, but just from their point of view, like
Yeah.
instead of just me seeing them and reflecting upon that, it's trying to look on their way and looking at me through their eyes and stuff like
that is
that.
empathy. That's exactly empathy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
then, yeah.
But also, like, you talk to like gay male couples, particularly, will say like, "Oh yeah, I've had so many people who think they're well-meaning, who've essentially asked who's Arthur and who's Martha." Um, and
Oh,
you're like,
that's such an old-fashioned way to look at it, though, isn't it?
there are
Right?
so many people who
Yeah.
think that's a completely legitimate question to ask someone.
Yeah, and who's on top and stuff like
Yeah, who's
that.
the top, who's the bottom type?
Yeah.
Who plays
And
best
the
in the role?
lesbian one, which is which of you is the guy?
Exactly.
So number one is they treat you with love. Number two is they slowly move away. Number three is questions. What's number 4 and 5?
Number 4 is people who don't like you. They didn't like you before. They're not going to like you any better now. I don't give a shit about any of that. I mean, in fact, to be honest, with the exception of number 1, I don't give a shit about the rest of them either.
Yeah.
I'm not going to invest my time trying to make them feel better or whatever. And then the last one is enemies. People who hate you, really hate you.
Yeah.
When I came out, I had a bunch of Christian lunatics on the internet that I used to sort of associate with loosely. And they tried to use it against me. And it's like, I'm sorry, you can't use this against me. I came out, you morons. I had a group that talked about me for hours in a Discord. They were so triggered by me existing.
Yeah.
They talked about me for hours, and I went into their Discord and made fun of them.
Yeah, Dr.
Because I
Abigail.
was telling them they don't own me, they don't own my feelings, they don't, they can say whatever they want to me, it's not going to hurt me.
Yeah.
It's exactly like that quote I've said to you before. People use any epithet against you, they're never saying about something that people that they're targeting at, they're only saying something about themselves, but usually hateful, horrible, terrible, etc. That was an Angry Aussie quote. It's something I saved. I wrote it down. It is on a where is it open?
While you're thinking of it, I'm just going to answer Dr. Abigail's question.
It's from
okay.
September 29th, 2019. I have a feeling it was a lot before that, because that might be going to move.
Very accurate description of the date, yeah.
Hmm.
The kind of questions I had was, how did you know? And what was it like in a sense of coming forth and admitting, like, did you have to go and convince yourself that I'm willing to make the choice to change? Was it hard to do so? Stuff like that. And does it change the way you think day to day? Like, is there a different pattern of guy thought versus girl thought, and stuff like that, Do you know what I mean by I know. It's
Yeah, no,
these
those are
just
much more.
shit, that I think
Oh.
of. Like
Those are much more wholesome and honest and open questions. As you say, Dr. Abigail, the ridiculous stereotypes are about surgery and your name and whatnot. And it's just like,
yeah. And do you still have
shut
your
the fuck
period?
up and mind your own
Yeah,
business.
yeah.
Whereas those questions you're saying, Charlie, they're much more open and emotional and wanting to understand someone as a person.
Yeah.
And they're not weird, judgy, arbitrary things.
No, I've learnt, like I said, through the years, not to be a judgeful person. I don't think that really helps anybody, and I don't think that helps me understand the world any better by being that closed-minded.
Do you,
You know?
remember, do you remember I told you I used to play a game that I invented between me and my brother, and it was called Insults to the Death?
Right.
The rules are really simple. You've got to basically insult each other as creatively as possible, but if you swear, you lose because you can't think of anything better.
Yeah.
So it's the one where I've said, like, I've worn shoes that are smarter than you, and that's when they were still in the field grazing. Things like that, I'm not fluent in moron, so just speak slowly and clearly for me. Anyway,
Basically, go through all of Angry's old T-shirts.
yeah. But also, because I ride a bicycle and sometimes someone shouts something, you've got to respond very quickly with the facts, kind of thing. Oh, get off the road, you're in the way. I've been required to use the road since 1865, before the car was invented. Just wait. That kind of thing. That's the law. So as a result, I've got like a quick fire quote mine kind of thing, and because I've got autism, I can just snap off these rote lines that I've just memorized, ready to go. I'm like a rapper, basically. I'm like a rapper. I've got a whole bunch of lines ready to just spit them out.
So are you going to wrap up at the 2-hour mark, Angry?
I'm literally probably just going to wait for Mrs. Angry to text me and say she's going to bed, which could be any time now. But what you're making me think of, AD telling stories like when he was a comedian and they're touring on a bus, and all these, it's almost always guys on a bus for hours and hours because they're going between towns to do shows. And the Australian comedians going, American comedians do the Aristocrats. But he said Australian comedians have a thing called "I know you're gay because," and you have to play the game without being homophobic, essentially. And it's like AD would win by saying things to people like, "I know you're gay because when I was sucking your dick, it tasted like his butt, which I've tasted before." And just watching the straight comedians sort of freeze a bit when he said that.
Hey, that's a little bit further than we were thinking,
Well, with those snapshot sort of things in there, I've had and it's teenagers, they know that you can't punch the fuck out of them as much as you would like to.
Yeah.
And so they just try it, And I remember just chatting to someone, and some teenagers went by, and one of them said, "Have you still got a penis?" And I just snapped it straight away and went, "Why can't you find yours?" And it just, just like up half an inch,
Yeah.
And his friends laughed at him.
I still get random comments on really old videos. I had one this week where this real sad prick. The video was men's rights activists shut the fuck up, and some sad fuck had watched this 10, 15-year-old video and put a comment something about assuming my gender, and I was just like, oh my god, it's so embarrassing when dorks like you try to be funny. It's just I'm not angry at you. You haven't triggered me. It's just really cringe. It's just like, dude, why don't you talk about being an attack helicopter next? That's like cutting edge sort of.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
The you were asking about the sort of the mental switch thing. So Sorry, I don't even know what your name
I
is.
mean,
Home
one
for
of
the
my
DM.
best friends is trans, Sim. Yeah, so she's like my go-to, if I just sometimes have a whim of a question just comes up, and I'll shoot her, those kind of questions. But if you feel like you want to share, I'd be curious, for sure.
Yeah, I was just trying to quote say to you, but I don't know your name. I can't remember your name. Just home for the DIY.
Me,
Yeah,
Charlie.
Charlie. Okay, I'll try to remember that. I tend to
All right.
rely on what things say on the labels.
Oh yeah, even though I mean I know Charlie's name is Charlie, but I will regularly just use screen names when I'm saying
Yeah.
Yep.
stuff.
I still call him Angry, yeah.
Yeah, which is fine.
Me
So
too.
many more people call me that than Andrew. It's
Mm.
in
I
fact
used to
when
be the
people on the
same.
internet use my name, it weirds me
It
out a bit.
feels weird calling him Andrew.
Yeah, no,
You know,
it
I
feels
know him
weird
so
to
well
me.
as Angry that it feels weird. Actually, I know his name's Andrew, but I just,
Yeah.
yeah.
It feels weird to me when people on the internet use my name instead of calling me angry.
Yeah.
Whereas, of course, obviously, in my day-to-day life, no one really knows that, and so they use my real name.
Oh
It's
God, I'm
quite
remembering
weird.
something from the past. So I'm social leper kind of thing. So as a result, I don't really have many friends within like 50 miles of where I live. I've got a handful of friends.
Yeah.
Most of my friends are on the internet. And so before I was Laura, I used to just call myself Cliff Jumper on everything.
Yeah,
And so everybody calls shortens it to Cliff. And I
Yeah.
remember a number of years ago having a sort of internet feud with someone, but just like another one of these religious lunatics. And I made a video, and this person responded, and he sort of said, this man, this Clifford.
Clifford.
I know. It's like they've assumed I'm called Clifford because everybody called me Cliff on the internet
Yeah.
shows like these kind of thing. Google
Like
Hangouts.
Clifford the big red dog. What's that all about?
So yeah, it's like having someone call me Clifford. Well, everybody laughed,
Yeah.
And this guy was a real moron. He wrote a
Yeah.
book which was mostly stuff that he just screen grabbed from Conservapedia. And in this book, he quoted his hard drive as of the source in the bibliography.
Yeah.
I went into a Google Hangout, and I said, I read your book, and I see one of the
Citation.
sources to it is your hard drive. Can I come over your place and have a look at that file? And he just goes, yes. Oh
He's
dear me,
probably
that
more
was just
lonely than you, Laura. So don't go. Like some people just are very lonely. Anyway, what were you going to say about the differences between?
yes. Sorry, mental switch. Okay, so December 2018 is when I decided to transition. It had been about August of 2018 that I started like going out as me. So this is the 20th of March 2019, so only like 3 months or so in. So mental switch is it? I've got like a little diary, but it's not very good now. So mental switch. Previously, I compartmentalized myself into guy mode or girl mode, depending on how I was representing myself. I'd normally say, whether it's in my head or verbally, I'll be going to Manchester as Laura today. But I found myself saying, I'm going to Manchester today. Since
As
I'm
me.
now living as a woman all the time, I don't need to compartmentalize myself as a man at all anymore. So I'm
Yeah.
going to Manchester as a female as the new normal. There is no boy mode on the list of options for consideration.
Yeah. And that was in your diary, was it?
Yeah, it's I call it gender change, but it's just elements of it.
A journal. Yeah, so to speak.
Ironically, 10 days later,
Yeah.
phoned my mum to ask if I can drop off a birthday present and Mother's Day present. She made excuses, and when challenged, told me I should consider her dead. Went down and had it out with her. So, like, literally 10 days later is when I went down, and told her off.
I do apologize, Laura. Angry's just pulled out a bottle of very curious looking gin.
This is the new limoncello gin. So it was Brogan's Way Evening Light Gin. I literally just went, oh, that's about 3/4 full. I could just top it up with the syrup, a very, very lemony citrus syrup, and just have a little tasty taste. So
That would be so nice, like cold on a really hot day.
Yeah, on ice.
Oh yeah, yeah. I.
It is remarkably good because it's just arbitrary. You're like, oh, it's that much gin, that much of this citrus syrup, and it's just like, holy shit. And I think you're right. That's a summertime drink. That, and maybe even like top it up with like soda or mineral water or tonic water, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking is G&Ts with that. Really change the what is it like the base? Really give that extra.
Yeah, no, I think you've hit the nail on the head. This summer, my drinks.
It's going to be the summer of gin.
A lot of ice, tall glass.
Yeah,
some of that, and something bubbly, soda water or mineral water or tonic.
Yep.
And just top it up. Stick a straw in it.
Dude, you're speaking my language. I love it. Yep.
Oh, yes.
Funnily enough, kind of when you were talking
bendy
about
straws too. Yeah.
when you started describing it, I was thinking, gosh, I really like a bramble, which is a gin drink.
The bramble is a really good drink.
Yeah.
And I just thought bramble with a lemon twist to it.
I was thinking lime. Actually, my brain was at lime, but lemon's good too. Yep.
Well, you said that's a gin with a lemon.
With a citrus.
That's a citrus syrup. Basically, the one that I shared with Charlie, it was like tiny little Asian citrus. It's a cross between a lemon and lime, and it's about the size of a kumquat. It's like this big. So it's basically the citrus. You peel, you cover it in sugar. Sugar draws moisture to it. So with citrus peel, it draws the oil out of the peel and liquefies and turns into a syrup. And so it's not just citrus juice, it's citrus oil. So it's this really quite intense flavor. And just mixing that with gin just makes a killer drink.
He's teasing me on purpose.
Dr. Abigail saying, Will just got home, did not bring you sushi. So I guess you have to disown Will at this point.
No sushi. Denied.
Yeah, clearly, if you requested sushi, it's a son's job to deliver that sushi.
If he did not bring sushi, that's a major failure on his part.
No sushi. Denied.
Yeah. Wayne's World, right?
Yeah. Because Sunday is Father's Day here in Australia, and I'm catching up with my offspring in the city, and it's going like, okay, I've got a couple of places that I've chosen. They don't do bookings, so it's just like we rock up, and if there's a table, we take it, and if there's not, we go on to my next choice. So I've basically got a list of places.
You got a first level, second level, second tier, third tier,
that are within a couple of blocks of each other. Like we'll go here for like I literally emailed my first choice and said, can I make bookings like 6:30? And they said, we don't do bookings for less than 6 people, but you'll be fine at 6:30. We tend to not get busy till later. Just rock up.
They're usually about 8.
This is a place that is really into doing like Australian bush foods on their menu and in their cocktails too, for that matter. So I'm like, and I on a whim chose it because last time I was in the city, I did mention on the stream, this was, I don't know, a month or so ago, Mrs. Angry was going to a thing in Carlton, which for people people who don't know Melbourne, that's a suburb right next to the CBD. It's like the city and Carlton. It's a graduation thing for
I just need to ask a question. What does CBD mean?
Central Business
District.
Okay,
So
right.
That's the city of Melbourne.
The centre of the city,
Yeah. So it's the first suburb.
No, I get it. I just think, and acronyms As soon as you
Yeah.
said what it was, I knew exactly what it was.
Lygon Street.
Yeah,
is
Lygon
famous
Street,
for all of its
Lonsdale, yeah.
Australian. Although they went to a Japanese restaurant because her student was Japanese and her family were out from Japan. Anyway, so they did that, and I was like, I'm going to scout the city. So I was just bar hopping from cocktail bars, and I thought I need some food, and I stopped at this particular place and had their burger, which was relatively simple, but it was two sorts of meat. I think it was deer and beef, and it was so good. It was so yummy. But they have all sorts of Australian bush foods on their menu, so
Yeah.
that's my number one choice. But the Melbourne CBD is like there is over 100 choices there. There's you just walk and go.
Haven't you had deer before, Suffer? Deer's delicious.
It's a little bit gamey. It's more flavorful than say beef.
Is ossobuco? That's deer, isn't it?
That's the bone marrow. Isn't ossobuco bone marrow?
What am I thinking of then? Hang on, I'll go.
I don't know.
Laura, I've got another question for you. Seeing we're shooting trans questions around, if that's okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do you watch more chick flicks now?
I always liked chick flicks before, so one of the big changes that I have had, and it was before I started taking HRT, because part of me was wondering, having autism, I don't really do emotions well. Am I going to have an emotional waking thanks to female hormones? And kind of I do, but there's that sort of male, charisma thing, machismo thing where big boys don't cry type stuff. It's stupid nonsense. Well, when I decided to transition, I started living it. It's like I didn't have to hold on to that embedded, and I didn't even think I was doing it. But obviously I still was. So yeah, I didn't have it an embedded thing anymore. It just, became a lot easier.
No, movies and TV shows can definitely get to me. It's like my number one thing. People said, "Do you have an emotional reaction to something?" It's like, "Oh, the end of the Iron Giant." For anyone who hasn't seen it, animated movie from the 90s, just the bit where the robot, the Iron Giant, closes his eyes and says "Superman." So I cannot watch the end of that without having a really intense emotional reaction. But I am extremely easily manipulated by, I think, razor ads, because men's razor ads are always about father-son bonding, and that gets me. Like, I am so easily manipulated. It's not just quality films or TV shows or songs that get me. Like, razor ads will get me.
Yeah.
I have a funny story of my trip in Japan. I probably told you before, but I don't know. It seems appropriate with the venison thing.
Yeah.
So I'm at a rather pretentious restaurant in Matsumoto. I'm going through the menu, and are you familiar with English?
Yeah.
Yes.
So there was some English in there. It's like, wait, what? And it's this.
The famous one is in the end of Double Dragon. There's a video game called Double Dragon, and it says, "The wiener is you."
The wiener. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Broiled straw. Okay.
Yeah. And it's like
Horse stabbing.
horse
stabbing. Japanese pork winner. Yeah.
And so like it's wait. I had to take the picture because horse stabbing. So I had three options in my head. Number one is it's cuts of horse meat. I lived in Germany. I ate horse burgers. They were great. Really missed them actually. So maybe it's cuts of horse meat. Maybe it's a dish that is served with horseradish instead of wasabi, which is the norm. So I thought maybe it's that. And then the other one, which was a bit more outlandish, I agree. Every now and again, we would go to a restaurant that had like a big fish tank with fish in it, and you could say, "I'll have that one, please," and they end up catching it and killing it as a major meal. And I just had this idea. There was a horse out the back, and I'll have the
Yeah,
horse.
yeah, right, yeah. Oh, but
next-
a paddock. And you're
and
like, oh,
next thing
that
you know-
brown one. Yeah.
Yeah, and next thing you know, you hear sort of, maybe not.
So some horse stabbing happening at the back of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Where you pick your own horse, I'll have that nice white one, please.
Yeah. So this is what I actually had. It was one of the broad straws, but it was.
So what
it was.
was it? What was the horse stabbing at the end of the day? What did we find out what it was?
Yes, I was joking about it with a Chinese person that I met on the tram, and she looked at me and she went, "Oh yeah, that's horse meat."
Horseradish.
But
That-
yeah, so this is
Presentation on that is so Japanese. The amount of
It really is, isn't it?
yeah the real food. I mean, this is just decoration.
Yeah.
It's a bucket of ice.
some meat down the bottom.
With
Yeah,
some bits on there, some shells, but the only food is actually the meat there, and
Yeah.
there, and there's some
Yeah.
like little straw noodles behind some of the things.
yeah.
So it was very expensive. It was very nice. It turns out we'd gone to the best restaurant in, that like wasn't in a massive hotel or something, but the best independent restaurant in Matsumoto was like relatively new. So it was the new cool place to go. And of course, once you go in, you can't look at the price. Oh, it's a bit pricey. We're going to go because that would be rude to them. So therefore, you're kind of obliged to sit down and eat it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah,
pay
so-
yeah.
So we would go to a restaurant and have like a good meal with like 3 rounds of cokes, and I'd have a liqueur, really very nice messieurs, I think it was called. I've forgotten now.
Umeshu plum liqueur, yeah.
Plum liqueur, yeah, it was very
He
nice.
knows. We've got a couple of questions from Safa. Laura, did you eat whale while you were in Japan?
No, but I did eat whale. Wow.
You did eat well, not whale.
Well,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
I like that. Yeah.
He was asking me, did I teach my son to shave? I think I might have mentioned it to him once, not done laborious lessons, but talked about you go with the grain once and then against the grain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I learned how to shave from Queer Eye from a straight guy.
Oh, there
You
you go.
remember that show? Yeah, they
I
would
do
have
remember that. I
straight
love
guys
that.
showing straight guys how to shave properly.
I was taught by Detective Murta from
Oh, Lethal Weapon.
Lethal Weapon. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how I learned.
Nice.
One of the things that I did when I was in Japan, it sounds really odd because it sounds like it's seedy or something, but actually it wasn't. I went to the at-home cafe. It's a maid cafe.
Oh, yes.
And it was amazing. So you can get like little cakes, and they've got like really, really, really extra sweet sugar on them. Usually like lemon coloured or pink or something. And you can only have like 2 of them before you feel sick and you can't eat anymore. If I could put an experience in that form of cake, it would be this.
Okay.
So, everything was like bubbly and cute and like, just excited kind of thing. It was a very girly experience. And like, okay, here's your drink, but now we have to put the energy in. So say out to me, bua, 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 fun, fun, and you have to put it in there. And it's like, everything is just like sugary and exciting,
Yeah.
It was really amazing. I've got a video. I'll point it in. I'll stick it in your Discord or something. But,
Yeah, do it.
It was.
I went- yeah.
It was really lovely.
Speaking of Japan, I want to go to one of those tiny bars that are like in the apartment buildings that only 10 people can fit in, and the bartender does really elaborate things. Like there's a video on YouTube of this one guy, like when he's making a Negroni style drink, he's not using Campari. he actually grinds up the herbs at the
What?
bar when you order the drink. So it's all the herbs that normally flavor, he grinds up. But this guy, he's so funny. The YouTube video, he just absolutely eye bangs you. Like
Oh yeah, yeah.
he is looking
Yeah,
straight
yeah,
down the
yeah,
barrel
yeah,
and they're like, yeah, you want this, don't you?
yeah.
I'm like, okay, dude, it's just a YouTube video, but it feels overly personal what you're
Yeah.
doing. He's
Just
a,
like
a
he's
bartender
watching you
who eye
naked,
bangs
you know,
you is
yeah,
not
yeah.
my idea of a good time. It's just like, there.
It's like the ASMR cocktail channel. You know, you always feel a little bit dirty watching them just making an average standard cocktail.
Yeah.
you know?
But yeah, I've got to actually, God, now I'm going to see if I can find him because he cracks me up. This guy who absolutely eye bangs you on YouTube.
Well, while he's looking, we've got a couple more questions here for Laura. Was it easy to get a visa to Japan for a UK person?
yeah, I didn't need to get a visa. There's an
Yeah,
open
it's
visa
working.
thing, you know. It's
That's
a
only
visa waiver
working,
form.
isn't
So
it? Yeah.
yeah, it's a visa waiver form. I bet it's the same as going to Australia. You don't need to go to a, you know, you don't have to go to the embassy and get permission to go. You just get on a plane and go, and they ask you some, you know, questions at the end.
Hmm.
You know, when you go in. I'll
I've-
give you an example of the that cafe thing I was saying about. So when you get there, oh, we have a letter for you. And it's, oh, okay, and you know, and so she pulls it out and is like, you know, congratulations, like that. And I was given this, which probably isn't going to focus it.
Yeah, it's out of focus. Oh, there we go. Oh, you just had it, then you moved it.
Okay.
Something of your majesty?
Stupid thing.
No.
Okay.
It says
I'm-
license of your majesty, an
Yeah.
international official license card, level 1, my princess.
Right.
And so, you know, so she like, you know, writes your name on a little nickname. And when she did, you know, she like, you know, it's written on the back. Oh, there you go.
I'm-
Now I found the focus.
Saf's got that ding. That was Mrs. Angry going to bed. So I'm going to go soon. But this guy, you need to search on YouTube for Japan's greatest bartender, and he comes up. I go see
Yeah.
see how he's doing the stuff with the herbs.
Yeah.
We'll let this run for a bit.
And it's really slow and
Yeah.
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
they
perfect.
really laboriously make.
Yeah, good question. How
a
many cherries
single
tonight,
cocktail.
Angry?
Sorry, what?
How many cherries you having tonight?
I've got 2. Wait, now I'm going to track forward in this to where he's making something because I swear this guy just totally fucking eye bangs.
He's
you.
not
Japanese are
looking at
really
today on
fastidious
this one.
and detail orientated, aren't they? Sorry, that made me chuckle. Just bring a bottle of compressed air. out.
CO2 gas, yeah.
Look at that! Look at that!
Oh,
That's actually not the best one, but that's the guy.
no.
Look up Japan's greatest bartender on YouTube, and you'll find videos where that guy completely eye bangs you.
They're really into like ways of doing things. The you know the attention to detail and
Yes, it's all about the detail. Yeah.
We got
You know, I mean, it's
distracted, but, we were talking about the trip, and the last place we went to was called Dreamworld. And Sophie just wanted to quickly show this one off before we turned off the camera.
That's pretty cool.
And oh, right, okay, sorry, there's more. There's a bottle opener from Uluru,
Ooh, nice.
and this is her P-Star Resistance. Yeah, so you flip it up this way,
Yeah.
and the sand reveals the rock.
Oh, that's cool, actually.
that
right?
doesn't
And
look like a wrestler at all. What are you talking about?
And then you flip it over the other way, and it has like details about it. But you can
Oh,
see
that
a
is
lot
really
better
cool.
when you've got sand going through it still.
Yeah,
You know, like yeah.
yeah. Oh god, I like that. All right, I'm having my second cherry now. These cherries taste so freaking good. Mm. All right.
I was saying about the meticulousness of the Japanese. You know, have you ever seen the tea ceremony?
Oh
You know,
yeah,
every
I've
little
seen
motion, every
a lot
flick
of
of a
big
hand
movies, yeah.
is all regimented.
yeah.
And so
Yeah,
he seems to have the same thing. You know, did you see at the end when he was doing the shaking, and then when he puts it down, he kind of like goes like that with it.
Yeah, no, he's. I've got to
yeah.
find a better one of
Every
him.
move is like a smooth action.
It's an
Good luck
operation.
tomorrow, Angry, and
I gotta
yeah,
go.
don't
But
bleed too
if
much.
if I survive the blood donation and I don't feel weird and fucked up, I am planning to do a Saturday night stream as well. But kind of stay tuned on the Discord.
Oh
If
yeah,
I
if not, then we'll see you Tuesday.
Yeah, but I am planning to do a stream tomorrow night. But I'm doing the good deed tomorrow and doing the blood donation. So I'll see you all another time. But bye for now.
Yeah.